It's just another thing, just another day, and still I've got to. We're back. We're back. We're back. And still I've got to set up this omnibus thing. I have omnibus for as my new. I don't know if you're familiar with the software, but this is it. And you know, you gotta populate the. It's a different kind of matrix in terms of compared to like compared to this. This is the loopback. This is what I'm currently using. I've noticed some issues with it though. You know, I've noticed some real weird issues with it. And it's really ever since I started streaming where I started experiencing this issue. So I want to assume that it starts here. Because we figured out, we've changed computers. We've done all these different things. And, you know, it helped a little bit. But with the latency, sometimes that happens with, you know, audio recording. I have this feeling that it could be the drift correction or a drift issue with different sample rates. This is just my theory on it. It's just like different sample rates that are occurring at once, you know? So I'm recording at 64, right? No video for you, what? There it is, okay. Yeah, so the sample rate at 64 when I'm recording in the DAW, that's a thing, right? So that's what we need to do so we can eliminate latency in our ears, right? When we're tracking. The problem is the playback in OBS is at 2048. So I have a feeling that there needs to be some kind of I don't know, like, I don't know the term, but I know that Omnibus, for example, if you go to Omnibus, okay, like I don't have the option to adjust the sample buffer size in this program, so I can't do, when I have a buffer size of, for, let's say in Studio One here at 64, right, which I think I'm at, let's double check, not yet, okay, so go to 64. I usually, you can go 64, but I found it, if you want to run plugins 64, 128, people who aren't using Studio One don't have this. I don't think other DAWs offer this feature. Maybe Logic, but I'm not too certain on that. Probably not though. But then the Omnibus, see how you have with the Rogue Amoeba loopback, you don't have that option to adjust the sample rate. But with Omnibus, I can. So that makes me think. You know what I mean? It just makes me think a little bit. That, well, if it's giving me that option, I don't know. Maybe everything that it's sending to you all through OBS is being sent at 2048, you know, the proper playback speed or buffers size. And so I'm thinking, hopefully this might fix the issue of, it happens like 30 minutes into a recording, for example, so it's not like a big deal, but it is a big deal, you know? Especially when I go back to my VODs and I look at my VODs and I'm like, oh my God, it's terrible. And I'm really thankful that chat is on it, by the way. You guys let me know right away. But I really don't want it to be that way. I really want it to just be smooth sailing. Like yesterday I was watching T-Pain stream and he was recording vocals last night, and he is beautiful, by the way. I was watching him record. He was just sitting there recording his vocals on a Roland or a Neumann TLM 03. And it's which a really good microphone. Really popular, I've been seeing, especially a lot of R&B and hip hop artists using that. I mean, the Sony is one of the other ones, the ones that Eminem uses, that $10,000 Sony microphone. I think it's $10,000. But yeah, so right now we're just gonna look at these drums. and set them up. Where did I have my backpack here. It has here it is. So this is like a really essential tool. It's a measuring tape, but it's a laser guided one. So it shoots photons, which is really neat. All right, so we're recording drums today. All right. Gotta move things a little bit. Just gonna get a little uncomfortable here. And I have this screen here so that way I can see what I'm doing. I can see like lyrics, or I have this little screen here that does the same thing. It's my remote control basically for the DAW. Oh, I can hear the landscape artists. They're here. Yeah, see, even landscape artists, they make more than musicians. Even somebody who works at McDonald's makes more than a musician. It's real. I mean, landscape artists should get paid a lot of money because look at the work they do every single day. I call them Lanko. What's up, Senko? I'm 5 minutes late. What the fudge? I'm setting up for drums right now. So last week we recorded several bass lines, and I did not edit them or any of that. I did. Your internet runs at what? Okay, well that's you gotta fix that. That's slow. 2 megabytes, dude. What do you dial up, bro? So basically, you're watching like drop frames of me. So I like using this microphone for my drum recording, so I just kind of shift it over here. The stand is called a latch lake stand. If you have a ribbon microphone like this one, you don't want it to drop, which it's expensive. Okay, first of all, the ribbon mic, it's a AEA A440 active ribbon microphone. I think there's the R88, which is the other. They make an active version of that microphone, which is the kind of mother of all. I love that microphone, the R88. So anyways, this is about the distance I want this from the drums to, account for any phase issues. I feel like the 3-to-1 ratio is a useful technique, but I really, for the third microphone, in theory, I should have this microphone equidistant from the snare to the microphone, just as these microphones that I have right here are. They're like equidistant to the snare. I think they're about, usually my internet runs at 512. I just buy a new package now, it's 2 megabytes. Stop it. Oh my God, you're hilarious. All right, so this is, like I said, we measure with this laser pointer here to, it's like data. You want to control for any variables and variation in your experiment, It's all an experiment. All right, so I go about 3 feet 11 inches. That is literally the number, my secret number. Now you know. And this microphone is going to pick up. See, we had a drummer here, so he lowers the hi-hat a little bit. And I like to get it a little bit higher. Not the hi-hat, I'm sorry, the ride. That way this microphone can capture it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna actually tilt mine a little bit. Everybody has their own preferences. I should probably kind of set my drums up the way he has them, because whenever I play his drums, I feel like very comfortable. I just have not gotten there yet with my drumming skills. So 3 feet 11 inches from this microphone to the snare drum, and that's going to be the same for, let me move this guitar. For this microphone, this usually is in a good spot, but I move the snare around sometimes, which it is, yeah, it's a little bit, like I can even just pull the microphone down a little bit here. And there we have it, 3 feet and 11 inches, slightly. Okay, there we, okay, there we go, 311. Sweet, sweet baby Jesus. All right. Oh yeah, gonna record drums. My internet, for real? All right. And guys, I haven't forgot. We still got a giveaway. We still got. Just gonna run the giveaway one day. It's just gonna be a solid day of giveaway. Okay. I want to run this giveaway. I've been like dying to run it. You know. It's I think I'm even lowering the threshold. We might do like, I think it was like 10 subs have to be in chat. I want to make it maybe just, you know, just like enough to make it fun. That's what I'm gonna do. It's just gonna be enough to make it fun. You know what I mean? Let's go to the ass folder. See if my log to drums is working. Called the ass folder. It's funny. Let me actually copy all this stuff here. All my filters and stuff that go to this. Let's see. There we go. Whoa. What'd I do? What'd you do? Oh, you know what? Let's go to that again. All right, there. There we go. It's the first time seeing me without a wig. That's hilarious. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna record some drums today. It's gonna be the first time you see me record drums too. So we've got a song today called Midnight Ride. This is the song that I'm actually working on. And look how many takes. I did several takes. So with the bass, we were talking about low end. A few streams ago, I realized that I made a mistake in explaining the bass frequencies, and I said that they have lower energy. I want to correct myself for saying that. The bass frequencies actually have higher energy. Okay. Now, when it comes to the electromagnetic spectrum, those are transverse waves. So it's a little bit different in energy output compared to longitudinal waves, which are sound waves, for example. But what I meant to say was that a bass frequency requires more energy to get up to the amplitude of the higher frequencies, right? And so whenever we see a bass note, like it goes down to a sub-frequency, for example, you start to see the bass note attenuate a little the lower you go. So it requires more energy, even though there's a lot more energy in lower frequencies as they can travel through walls and whatnot. They don't reflect as much as the higher frequencies. So I want to correct myself for saying that they're just like light waves. I kind of used the analogy, but I think it was a really poor example of an analogy because, you know, from a physics perspective, transverse waves and longitudinal waves have different properties. Essentially, they're both still waves, but with peaks and valleys and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to kind of clarify. Oh, I can play drums not so well, but I do enough to get a good recording. That's for sure. In this case, we've got a song that we wrote. Did I even put in? Yes, I did. Okay, so I've got my vocals here, and several takes we did of this. We just kept going. And I think they were good enough takes to just record drums over. So I'm gonna add about 5. Let's just go no channel title. Let's do 5 microphones. We're packing the folder. I like to make my drum channels yellow. I like to label everything early on too and get it all done. We're gonna start with input 1. We're gonna go out of a drum bus. That's gonna be our output. And this is going to go from input 1 to input 5, so ascending. And then there we go. There's our drums, and it's packed in a folder. Nice, you know, just right. Oops, we actually put them in the wrong. There we go. So here's my drum tracks, and we're just gonna label the folder drum folder, drums folder. Okay, so, and then next. D112. So if you look over here as I'm labeling, will help you. I like to label my tracks right away. So, and I should have a template for this, but I've noticed every time I create a template, for some reason, if it's glitchy or something, it just affects the whole thing. So I kind of start from scratch every time I start. You know what I mean? Every time I start, I tend to start from scratch. So kick, D112, this is what I actually, so what I do with when I label tracks, I label them with the instrument, like the kick, right? And then the microphone that's used. The reason why is because if you're working with somebody and you don't tell them what microphone you're using and they put phantom power on a ribbon microphone, that can damage the microphone. So that's why I like to label the tracks snare 57. Okay, that's a standard. Oh, you know what? And then after this song's done, we're gonna change the snare up. We're not gonna use a 57. On the next song that I write, we're gonna be using a condenser, a large diaphragm condenser on the snare. I want a loud, really bombastic snare sound for the next song. I've just been really digging some of these recordings I've been seeing people do, even on like Instagram. So overhead 184, this is the Neumann KM 184, phenomenal microphone, okay? Great for recording drums. Overhead 184, right, okay? And then our final microphone is gonna be the Room, and that is a 440. The ribbon microphone, and that is the mother of all ribbon microphones, in my opinion. The best microphone in the studio for sure. My most favorite microphone, aside of the one I don't have, which is the Neumann, the AEAR88, the active one. There's 2 versions of this microphone, and I've only used the active version. Or the non-active version. I've never used the actual, so let's see what we got here. We've got our first 2 microphones are dynamic, so they don't need 48 volts. Our overheads are condensers. They do need 48 volts. Our 5th channel is also condenser. It does need 48 volts. It's already set for vocals right now. Which we'll see how it works. But I presume this is going to be a little bit lower, to be honest. So let's keep it around 7. I like the low gain on the Room microphone, but I still want it to be high enough. Same with the kick. The kick microphone, if I'm slamming the kick, it could do a couple things that are awesome, but the way I have the kick microphone, I'm just using it for punch. So I'm really using it for the beater. So it looks like we have all of our channels good to go here. and now we'll go over to the drums and record some fucking drums, you know? Oh, yeah. Wow. All right. I haven't recorded drums, by the way, in like a million years. It's been a while, and I'm kind of excited. Not been a million years, but we haven't been on the drums in a while, guys. It's been a minute. I can hear the landscape artist right now with those god fucking damn leaf blowers. Sorry. I hate leaf blowers. I hate them. I really do. I think they're the worst invention. It's just like it's a typical thing we do in our society is we push our trash and our dust and our dirt onto somebody else's, you know? Instead of using a push broom, we blow that shit into somebody else's yard. You've been feeling that pain too? I hate it. One day it was like Veterans Day, and this was like right when I came back from Iraq, and so I was like pretty like, I don't know, kind of stupid at the because a lot of us veterans, when we came back, we were like, when you see a veteran, tell them thank you for your service. And now I'm like, come on. Every time somebody says that to me now, I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. It's like it is more of a trigger when they say that than it isn't. But like the where I used to live, everybody was off, and then I was like, okay, well, why are there gardeners like blowing leaves on Veterans Day? And I was like, and they were like on top of roofs. There's people working on the roof. It was just like insane. And I was like, dude, why are you working on the roof right now? This, on a day like today, I don't know. That was back in the days when I was a little less tolerant of noise. Now I don't give a shit. But okay, we're good. So let's get this all going. But the people who are the landscape artists, they're amazing people. So they can use the leaf blower now. I just kind of fucking hate it. They do make ones with silencers now, by the way. So and they do make ones that actually suck the leaves up, so you can like suck up this stuff and compost it. Like, what an idea, But yeah, the leaf blowers are just so obnoxiously loud. Even when they're idle. Like crazy. Crazy. All right. Let's get over to the... Gonna wait for those... There's a low frequencies that those leaf blowers produce, especially when they're idle. These low frequencies, it just gets me a little bit. So we're set up for recording. 1, 2. I think we're good. We got everything good over here. Let's go. Let's play some fucking drums today, huh? Barefoot, or at least with socks on. One of my drummer friends told me, I was like, I was playing with Uggs before. I really liked using my Uggs. They just felt good when I played drums. But my buddy was saying, yeah, but you don't have enough feedback. And so that's why a lot of drummers will record their drums with their shoes off. And I was like always wondering why. Why do they do this? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? So let me go over to the panel here. I'm just gonna adjust my headphone. Let's go to outputs. Let's go send this Burl. This is the backup plan. I still got to fix my dangerous monitor. I've got so much shit to do, guys. I've got to solder that. I'm gonna do it myself. Probably make a stream of it, and you guys can watch me fuck up. Maybe we can get Sid Heresy in the chat. I don't know if you guys follow Sid, but Sid's an engineer. He's also part of the Golden Shrimp Guild, as you may know, solid. Golden Shrimp Guild's a lot of synth artists. And so Sid, if you don't know him, he's a great resource to know, especially in Twitch streams, because he does solder work. And he'll answer your questions, too, about how to solder and, what methods to use. It's kind of his shtick, his thing, And he's a super cool guy. And he builds outboard gear, which is going to be a hobby of mine soon. You know, let's see where this little lyric window is not in the right spot. Let's move it. All right. Yeah, that's better. I mean, it looks kind of weird, but whatever. You know Sid? Yeah, Sid's cool. You could do like, you can buy DAPs. you can have DAP rewards, you know? So he gets his straight up DAP bong out. Which, man, those are, I never got into dabbing. Some people would offer me a little bit, and I would always be like, yeah, that's cool. All right, let's do it, you know? Oh, no worries. I'm good, dude. I'm not, dude. You're good. You're good. You're good. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking here. I talk too much when I'm streaming. Which type of sticks should I use? The 7As, which are lighter, or the 5As, which are longer? Just that little bit of extra length on the 5As, and they're a little bit heavier and a little bit girthier, I want to say. But they're just a tad, like literally like half an inch longer. And you really can notice a difference, but they're not light. So I'm like a Japanese knife kind of guy. I'm not a German knife guy. I'm very much in the art of the Japanese knives because they're light and they're delicate. I mean, not delicate, they're light, and you have to have like just a lot of finesse, and it's great for training your hands to be gentle and stuff like that. Practicing knife skills. I know I'm Mr. Miyagiing you guys right now. It's like Mr. Miyagi, Daniel-san. If you want to learn how to play drums, Daniel-san, you must learn how to cut knife, Daniel-san. Daniel-san. I don't even know if these drums are really in tune. Hello, can you hear? Let's see if I can.
1, 2.
Okay, I got sound. We're good. Okay. So I put this little strap on my head here. I can read chat. I like my carbo sticks. Oh, you play drums too, Solid? I got these little lighter ones. They might work too. We're actually experimenting we're going to be experimenting with different sticks in Laggy Haggy streams. We were talking about this last night. We had a little business conversation, a little business meeting. Got a little heated at times, but we were both very passionate about what we do. And so we are very passionate people. When you get two very passionate people in a room together, sometimes shit can go a little crazy, haywire. Let's see. I don't think these mics are loud enough. You know what I had them set for? I had him set for when the other drummer was here because he's a lot harder. Little Debbie snacks. Dabble. You got my carbo sticks, dabble. I think I know what you meant there. I'm a little stupid sometimes with stuff. So I'm going to raise the input gain on these drums a little bit. Even the snare, give it a little bit more pump, more focus. And I think my overheads are good. But yeah, I figure like when we had the other drummer here, he's a much louder drummer. He like literally, there's sawdust on the floor still from when he played. Because he plays like he just thrashes sticks, like goes through them like, I still have these sticks have lasted me A year. And there's still nothing on them. They're still like pretty not solid. The tips haven't even. I'm very careful with drumsticks too. As soon as the tip of the drumstick like loses, like the wood chips off the tip, I have to buy new sticks at that point for recording, because I've noticed when I hit like a ride or something, or cymbals, I won't get the same kind of snap or like just that crack, that first initial point of contact. It's really important to me, and it really, when the sticks are dull on the front, that you know, like I can give you an example. I have actually a stick here. See, this has a little. It's just a completely different feel. This has a like little ting on the end of it. Right when I hit it, it's like a little ting sound. So, and then if I hit it with the stick that has the duller tip, which has been like, you know, chipped away. Just a completely different. It's almost like there's more surface area on this point of the stick here, because it broke off, so it's flat. So there's more surface area making contact with the cymbal, whereas with this, it's a point. It's because everything's kind of round on a newer stick, so there's less surface area hitting the ride or whatever cymbal you're hitting, and so it just gives it a little bit more tightness. It's seriously, you can definitely tell a difference. At least I can. So let's see how this kick sounds. I don't want to blast your ears, so I'm gonna turn off my lav mic while I'm doing this. And let's see. Lav mic is off. Let's see. Wow, these drums. My mate is a drummer. If I had a luxury of a studio, we would have an acoustic kit set up. Yeah. I love, I'm eventually going to get, there's so many things I want to buy. The next like pair of drums, the next drum set I want to buy, yeah, let's raise the gain up on this. Let's give it a little bit more love. And the snare as well. Let's just give it some more. And we can keep the overheads like high output, but low input on the overheads. And same goes for the room microphone. I want like a higher output on the preamps and a lower input. And the things that I want more focused are like the kick, the punch. So I want that to be a little bit higher gain, you know? And let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I'm just looking at it in Studio One. There we go. That's what I want to hear. I want to see it clipping in Studio One, essentially. All right. So yeah, there we go. I just wanted to see it like kind of clipping in Studio One, essentially. And not really a lot of clipping, and then let's put some reverb on that snare too. Usually I just put reverb on the snare. I don't like to put reverb on the overheads. Kind of counterintuitive if you think about it. Like I'd rather put reverb on the snare. So we'll send this to the reverb bus here. There you go. So, oops, I did it again. Played with your heart. Let's ungroup these real quick and then send it. You can also press Option as well, but I'm stupid, so I just did that. And here we go. I don't want a lot of reverb. I just want a little character. And I usually just do reverb on the snare. It really depends, though, on the sound you're going for. If you want that room sound, you know, like depending on what you're going for, really. So let's get back to these drums, y'all. I think we're going to start recording the drums now. I don't even know where to go with this song and drums, so it's going to be definitely something very simple. But it's going to be kind of a rock song, so I want to go a little haywire. I want to go a little chaos. So maybe, let's see. All right, let's go. Let's put that click track on. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's raise the click track levels a little bit. All right, we're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Of the sunrise, light absorbed by pain, inflicted by scrolling when I wake. Oops, I did it again. Social media has rendered us as slaves, not difficult to comprehend.
1, 2, 3, 4. Once we get a groove, this is gonna be first. Hugs, dude, this is fucking. I'm putting on my goddamn Uggs. I can't play the drums without the Uggs. It's the struggle's real. I'm having a fucking jihad right now. A jihad moment. Let's go. I'm gonna go put my Uggs on. By the way, Uggs are the best thing for my feet right now. Even other shoes like my Nikes, I can't wear my Nikes. I can't wear the Nikes because they're kind of heavy, you know. But the Uggs, these Uggs, you know, these damn things. Okay, I don't know why, but I feel good when I play drums with these on my feet. I feel a little bit more confident. Right now, I don't. I just don't feel right. So I'm putting on the Uggs like Mr. Rogers does, except I wanted to do a remix of a Mr. Rogers, like talking about how everything's so noisy. Nobody listens anymore, which is kind of right, but I wanted to like put like Slipknot, like Eyeless by Slipknot over him. All right. You can't see California through Marlon Brando's eyes. What a fucking song. It's all in your eyes. Remember that song? You can't see California through Marlon Brando's eyes. It's all in your eyes. I should clip this up too. I like wearing the poncho. I know it seems also another counterproductive thing to do is wearing a poncho when I'm drumming, but I like it. It's kind of like my security blanket, you know. It doesn't have satin on it though, so I'm getting better. Okay, I'm getting better. All right, let's get over to these drums, folks. Ooh, yeah. I think I like the bass. See, I recorded the bass on 2 channels. That's the reason why it's so present, and you can hear it so well. I have a direct in signal, as well as a signal going through the pedal board and the preamp, the amp head, whatever you call it. You know, that thing. 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 Oh, this feels already so much better. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like the way this cymbal's set up. got my old drum set back. And then, you can see the toms are hitting the rings on the drums here, on the kick drum. So I got to raise up the toms just a little. Oh man. Come on, bro. Let's go. I just moved my kick drum. This hitting my headphones kind of nasty, but one. That's just the headphones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we getting the fuck? Let's go a little higher on this. Maybe that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tonight we fly over your skies. From the second the sun goes down to the moment of the sunrise. The light absorbed by pain and flickered by scrolling when I wake. Oops, I did it again. Social media has rendered us as slaves, not difficult to comprehend. Tonight, I said tonight.
I'm undecided whether I should make the drums, tune the drums to the chorus. Because this kind of sounds like it would be a cool song to just be like, dun, 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 you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tonight we fly
think that I think I want it at the chorus. I want the chorus. And that recording was from another day. So you hear the static. That was from probably something that happened the other day when we were recording. So that's not happening now, I hope. You know. So let's see. Go like a couple of steps lower. Let's see. Corruption, feel like bleeding out. All I wanna do is spread my wings of love, fly over your dark cloud tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second the sun goes down to the moment of the sunrise. The light absorbed by pain, inflicted by scrolling when I'm wet. I think this is the way to go. It's like a just straight up, just tom groove. And I think this kick. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over your this drum groove. I think I like the beginning. Let's hear 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the tom groove. So it's like boom. Now we got to tune this, and since it's a tom groove, I gotta put some focus on that tom. So what we're gonna do? Oh man, let's see. Do I want to do this? I'm gonna play him real quick. I just want to play it through a tom groove real quick and see what I can do. But this song I think is gonna be a minimal. It doesn't sound like the song would go like absolutely insane, like I was thinking in my head. It's like kind of like it reminds me of like the movie Wild Things. You know the opening credits, the song, the opening theme. Bum 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 bum. So it's like bum 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 bum. I think we're gonna do something like that, and then but this is a little. There we go. There, tighten up that bottom reso head a little bit. That's a little more control. That sounds better. Just a slight bottom reso head, just to tighten the the tones up a little bit. Now let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Social media has rendered us as slaves, not difficult to comprehend. It's been a minute since I played drums, as you can tell. Fuck, I'm rusty. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're getting the right idea. We're getting the right idea here. I'm gonna try something differently today. I'm gonna try something differently. So we're gonna try something differently. I want to get more toms in. First of all, we got to get this tom groove right. Second of all, I want to get the tom groove. I want to get the. I want to try something here. We're gonna move this microphone. We're not gonna do our typical mic setup. I feel like I can do. What's up? I am doing feedback. We got a little bit production today, so if you want to wait, but also it isn't free on days like today. On production days, we generally require 2 gift subs, 2 subs. What is it? 1,000 biddies or a $10 tip. That's the way it goes. But on Fridays, it's absolutely free. If you're strapped for cash and you don't feel like paying me. Yeah, so right now we're moving this microphone over here, and thanks for coming in. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Bio Wolf Ass. I love the name. Yo. Bio Wolf Ass, thanks for the follow. I love that. Where'd you come up with that? Bio Wolf Ass. Where'd you come up with that? That's great. It's fucking great. I love it. Bio Wolf Ass. I remember the cartoon Beowulf, and it was terrible. At first, I thought it wasn't terrible when I was a kid and I saw like cover. I would see it at like Blockbuster Video, and I was like, wow, the cover looks pretty dope. And then like I watched it, and I was like, oh man, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to rewatch it. Let's see. Is this 3 feet 11 inches from the snare? Ooh, you're close. We're close. So we're gonna try something different today. We're gonna do overhead left A. We're gonna AB this thing. No, let's keep the way we have it right here. We just want to make sure this is. Let's try this method, because I really want to capture my toms more. And I can do it one of 2 ways. I can either add 3 Sennheiser 421s to the toms. Didn't notice the name has ass at the moment. I was supposed to be Biowulfus. Oh. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. But that's funny though. Biowulfus. Okay, well I'll remember it as Biowulfus. Sorry about that. Oh my god, I'm terrible, aren't I? I'm terrible. Terrible. All right. Yeah, so I want to capture these toms. And I want to capture them now. So what I'm going to do with this microphone is I'm going to want to make it go straight. I want to make it like go right over. We're still going to get the low end from the kick, by the way, because this mic will pick it up. But this is going to be, we're going to probably try to do this so we can like basically, let's see how far I can push this thing before it starts tipping. Because there is a tipping point for this microphone, by the way, for the stand. Even though it is the GOAT of all microphone stands, still gotta be a little careful here. But we're gonna have it like kind of jut out, you know, and go right over the drums. Here, let's just. This is scary. This is scary. Good thing this is a good mic stand, or else I would not do this with any other mic stand. Says the guy who drops the microphone on the drums. Okay. You might have to bring it a little bit closer. All right, so now we have like the microphone literally like flat over the drum, but I still want to make sure that there's no phase issues. So what we got to do is also remember the 3-to-1 ratio, but in this case, we're really trying to make the microphone equidistant to the snare. However, this is 3 feet 6 inches. Let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, let's see here. What if we didn't have the overheads? We just had one overhead, and we instead of oh, this is a different idea altogether. Look who's back in the motherfucking house. There are a website where you can actually talk to an AI version celebrity. It cured my loneliness a lot. Really? That sounds like a cool idea. Like me and Taylor Swift can have a phone conversation, you're saying? I would like to talk to her on the phone. I would like to, like talk about music with Taylor. Music with Taylor. Da da da, music with Taylor. Do do do, music with Taylor. Let's see here. 4 feet 5 inches, maybe be lower. This is interesting. So I was okay. I'm going to do something completely different today. I'm not going to use these overhead microphones. We're going to experiment today. We are going to experiment because this is such a tom-heavy song. We're going to experiment today. So what I'm going to do, I'll keep these microphones like plugged in, but we're gonna do something here. We're gonna create the stereo effect of the drums in a different way today. Okay. Where's your crotch mic? I forgot it. What's up, Jack Larek? I forgot my crotch mic. I left it at my friend's house. He's using it at the moment. He wants to get the perfect crotch sounds, and I don't blame him. You got to get them perfect crotch sounds. Okay, so what we're going to do, see these, I already have these set up for, I need to get new ones of these, by the way. They're all jacked up. This one's perfect. This one's still good, but the other one's broken. So we'll put that one, the broken one, on the bottom. They still work. They still function correctly, like the functioning of a Blumline configuration. That's what we're going to try doing something. So there's going to be 2 microphones on this, okay? And we're going to use this mic stand minus the U87 on it. That's right, it's a U87. You know what? We got to start recording vocals on this microphone. Like, I think I'm going to do the background vocals on this microphone. Because it's a U87. So we're going to bring this mic stand all the way. I built this mic stand, by the way. The VA one day sent me a light, like, to help me read in school. And it was this huge, like, medical light. It was insane. I was like, what the fuck? And what I did was the light ended up breaking over time, the actual light itself. But the base of it is like a heavy base, and the threads were exactly the same threads you use on a mic stand. So I was like, all right, let's turn it into a fucking mic stand. Let's jerry rig everything. Mic stand everything. So let's put this U87 somewhere safe for now. And we're going to take these 2 microphones. These are my favorite room microphones for general purpose room stuff. These are the, how dare you? It looks like a torture device when you hold it like that. It is. It's torture to get everything to line up correctly, that's for sure. It's a jerry-rigged Blumline microphone configuration. We're going to be using 2 of these. I like using them for room mics, like I said. They're really, really, put one in my pocket for now, and then put the other one in my pocket too. So I always, if you're gonna buy AKG 414s, always buy 2. Same with any given pencil microphone. well, not all pencil microphones, I guess. Like the Sennheiser 416, you only need one of those. That's the microphone they use at the Tiny Desk concerts. It's a really good microphone. Ai chingao. All right. Yeah, these microphones are great for rooms. I don't really like them. Some people swear about them with vocals. It really depends on the vocalist, and it depends on the kind of material you're using. You know, like if you want to, I can tell you they color up things a little bit. Not in a bad way, but sometimes you want like a crisp, clear microphone sound. So, and by the way, we are terrible at the drums. So, but if you listen to my music on Spotify, go listen to it, and you'll tell me, am I terrible at the drums? Once we record it, you won't even know that I'm terrible. You'll think, damn, that sounds pretty good. So, I'm a master at deception of the drums. You know what? This is annoying, so we're gonna just do this. Come on. Come on. Oh, I really got this on there tight. Gonna have to pull out the pliers. Wherever those may be. Shit. Let's see. Needle nose pliers, probably not such a great idea. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Unscrew, you son of a bitch. Ah! Wow, really? This is fucking torture. Ah, that was a workout. I think there's a little bump in there. Ah, that's a culprit. Should I have even done that? Well, oh well, it's off now. Now I'm going to have to do the same thing with this microphone. I can just undo it for now and then go. This is the ow. Okay, I think I fucked that up. I think I fucked this up. Here I am talking all this fucking positive shit about this technique that I'm doing. And I go and I fuck it all up. Yeah, Beavis. You fucked it all up, Beavis. Ah! Okay, whatever. That's... I should have just kept that on there, huh? That's good. Okay, we're just going to do that. If it falls, I'm blaming you, chat. This is all your fault. Should just... I'm going to use this stand. I'm going to use this stand. And I'm going to keep that other thing completely fixed on this because I'm afraid if I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. Luke, you are afraid. Usually it's my fault. No, it's not. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's all of your fault. I wouldn't be here, guys, if this wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you guys. Oh, God, now I'm really... This got to be a game. We got to make this a game. Who can watch sound bites torture himself via mic stand. God damn. Said god damn. There we go. Get it on. Get it in there. Yeah. Stuff that turkey. Yeah. Get in there. That's right. Son of a bitch. Get in there. All right. There we go. We're back with this one. Let's keep this over here. This is our official U87 mic stand and SM7. We're putting you back over here, pal. Sorry. I got to get another tap and die or something and maybe redo it. Redo it. Like, why do I tighten things so tight? Okay. This is better. Oh, this feels better. Oh my God, slides right in. Oh. You guys are gross if you're thinking other thing. Oh. Okay, it slid right in, y'all. Slid right in. Like a glove, okay? Okay. All right. So now we have this on. We're going to put this microphone holder in here. Tighten it up. Real tight. There we go. There we go. There we go. All that work took me what? How long? But we did it. We did it. We did it. All right. One of these days, AI, I'm going to tell it to laugh and chuckle and all that stuff, and I won't have to go over to the board and do crazy stuff. Okay. So now let me explain this method here to you. You gave me the class. I need to fix that. It's probably like, okay, that we haven't heard that one before, kind of thing. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to set these microphones to go in a configuration. You could do this if you have two separate mic stands, but it gets a little weird at that point because then you got to position the mic stands correctly and stuff. And I found this to be like kind of like a pretty easy way to get them lined up without using too much space with the mic stands, you know. So let's ooh, I'm just tripping on myself here. Tripping on myself. Tripping on some scissor. All right. Then we got to tighten it here. So it's nice and tight like a toiga. It can take forever to line up. Yeah, they're good though. See, look at. We're not going to line them up exactly like on top of one another. We're doing something called a Blumline technique. There's different kinds of microphone techniques that basically utilize this technique. I'm sorry, there's different kinds of microphone positions. Like, for example, if I were to have this one facing like this, basically, and this one facing this way, this is called a mid-side technique. So you have one microphone facing, usually the lower one, that's facing the source, right? And I usually like to use the gold side. It's the vintage side, whatever. And then you have the other one facing perpendicular. This is called a mid-side technique. We're not going to use that technique today. Today we're going to use something called a Blumline configuration. It's a little bit like the mid-side, but it's just it's exactly it's a completely different. So with the mid-side, the top microphone that's going perpendicular to the bottom, that is in a figure 8 pattern. Whereas the bottom microphone is in a cardioid or supercardioid or whatever cardioid pattern you want to use. These microphones offer from Omni to supercardioid or cardioid to supercardioid down to kind of a figure 8, like cardioid figure 8, and then full-on figure 8. So it's like a cool, very useful tool to have in your studio for I use them mainly for room microphones. So see why I have this bottom microphone's a little weird. There we go. Perfect. perfect. Don't do anything. Okay, so now with this technique, this is called the Blumline configuration, and both microphones are going to be in a figure 8 pattern. This does look handy. I will need to keep one, especially for Blumline. Yep. That you know where they came? You can buy them. Every single one of these ultimate stands, these ultimate mic stands, the ultimate support, which are pieces of shit, by the way. I would like to remind you that those mic stands, the ultimate stands, I only use them for very light microphones. I'm afraid to use heavier microphones on them. These will work fine on them because they're super light as well. But I've seen the boom arm just completely fall off on those before. On one of mine. The metal that holds everything together is this composite metal. So it's not 100% like the Latch Lake, which is, you know, a steel stand. There's no composite. It's not like particle metal, whatever. But when you break this off, it looks like little particles, like just composite. You know, it was some kind of aluminum composite. I don't know. But it's really cheap. I think aluminum and zinc or something like that. But I'm not sure. But I know that I've seen the boom arms, especially if you tighten them too tight, just fall. Like the actual mechanism that's keeping the boom swivel mount, you know, that you will break off. And it's done it to me. It's done it to people I know. It did it when I had it wasn't able to hold up my ribbon microphone. The Latch Lake, the $400 mic stand, roughly. But it will save your microphones if you're using expensive ones. So with this, I'm going to put this microphone, like literally right here. Maybe right here. And what I'm doing with this position here, oh, you can't really see, but I'll probably just put it right here, actually. This is a good spot. Okay, so I want I don't want any microphone facing the source. Okay, so what it's doing, as many of you know, Cole's ribbon. No, that's not a Cole's. The one over there is a AEA A440. I wish I had some Cole's though. They are kind of noisy though, just compared to ribbon microphones. But they are fucking so good. I wish I had some. I want to find them. And you know what? Ribbon microphones. If you're gonna buy any microphone that's used, ribbon microphones, go, you know, Cole's are heavy. Yeah, they are heavy. The AEA 440 is like an RCA clone, so it's fucking heavy. It's heavy. So that's why I had to buy like that $400 mic stand, because the microphone's like 5 Gs. So, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do one overhead for this. We're not going to do two overheads. We'll have the two overheads activated, but I think I'm just going to have one microphone on the overhead. And this is a really cool technique for basically getting, I don't want to use, let's see. I don't want the toms to, I don't want to use the 421s right now. It's just kind of, I want to do the less is more type thing. Oh, we put a pillow in here. Whoa. I don't want the pillow for me. I like the beat. Okay. And I put this microphone literally halfway in because this kick drum is so long that I'm not really interested in getting the reso head. I'm not really interested in it. If I had like a shorter, like a less, you know, maybe like a 11-inch kind of depth of a kick drum, that would be that's my style. I want to go that route pretty soon with my drums. I want them to be more open, more funky. So we're going to move this microphone a little bit closer to the drums. I'm just going to have it kind of like this. Yeah, and that would be hilarious, right? To see these things just fall down and stream. I mean, for you guys. For me, I'd be crying. Okay, so I'm gonna put this directly, like, kind of in a way, like, let's move this part back a little. Let's give it a little bit of more this way. That way we can pull out more of that. There we go. Now I feel cozy and comfortable. It's not like, it's not doing too much. Okay, so we're gonna have this directly over the drums, just right over us. Pretty centered now. We're gonna try this technique because it's gonna be a tom heavy groove, and we're gonna take out channels 3 and 4. So 17 is right, okay. And then we're gonna get 2 more microphone cables. Either use, let's go grab some from over here. Yeah, and fragile. Yeah, okay, so the reason I'd say if you're gonna buy a used microphone, buy a ribbon. Well, most of those Coles microphones, first of all, they're probably used already. Many of the people that had, especially the older ones that are very sought after. But the thing about ribbons in general, which they're my favorite microphones to use in general, and they offer like a very, like, basically what is said is they are the closest to the human ear, closer than any other microphone. I don't know the validity of that, of that claim, but it makes sense. And they're really easy to fix. So if you do buy one that has a broken ribbon, they're super easy and inexpensive to fix. I mean, it costed me, they had to replace, no, it's cheaper than buying. They had to replace my microphone because I dropped it. They had to replace the grill. And with other microphones, it's just, you can't do that, And even replacing the ribbon, you can't replace the diaphragm on a U87. So you just got to treat them nice. But once you break them, that's it. You got to just buy a new one. With a ribbon microphone, that's not the case. They can be easily fixed. They sound super good. People, always say, oh, they sound dark. Well, I like the way it sounds. I like that dark sound. They're extremely easy to EQ as well. They're like a very forgiving microphone to EQ. That was a little bit of an extreme toss there. So they're really easy to EQ, They're just gentle on the highs. They're really beefy on the lows. That's going to be our bottom microphone. That'll be our, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. We'll just have it the way it's facing. So it'll be my left microphone. So the bottom will be my right microphone. And the top will be my left. Why am I doing this? I was thinking of making one. I have a couple cheap Thomann ribbons. That's awesome. So you do a lot of DIY stuff? I'd like to get into that. Do you build like your own, like you can get like 1176 DIY kits, which I wonder how it compares to an actual like 1176 compressor. But that would be a cool little hobby to get into and start streaming. I mean, it probably saved me money. I built all my cables. I built all my solder bay, my soldering connections and everything like that. So I did some soldering work. But yeah, there we go. Launch that. And now we plug it. Okay, so these mics are active now. When the machine breaks down, we break down. All right, let's get them nice and... This is going to be interesting because I've never, for my songs, I've never done this. Sometimes when I'd have a band here, I'd use this technique, especially if you... I I don't, but I want to start building mics and instruments. That would be awesome. That would be a cool stream to watch. If you're a streamer. If you are a streamer, let me know. Send a link in Discord so I can follow you. If there's a streamer shout outs, I think, channel or whatever, I'd like to see streams like that. That would be cool to see. Like I follow another guy, like we were talking earlier in chat, with Sid Heresy. He's another streamer with the Golden Shrimp Guild, synth streamer. And he builds his gear and he does it like live. And he does like work for other people as well and like fixes their gear. I'm probably going to do a little fix my connector on my dangerous monitors eventually. Oh my God, it's 11:03. What has the time gone? Okay, so now we're going to take these microphones, set them in figure 8. They already are great. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to face any microphone at the source. We want to actually... the cross, the area where they cross, the X, so this area, so not this face or this face, but the intersecting points between them, right? So where the fingers intersect, that's what that X, just that X, that's what should be facing the source. Whereas with the mid-side technique, it's like this. You got one mic, figure 8, the other one, cardioid pattern, and then with the Blum line, it's like this, where neither are facing the source. They're both facing away. And this is arguably the best way to get a stereo effect for a room, for example, or drums for that matter, which we're doing. And I will use this technique one overhead over the drums. I'll use it all the time when there's like a band in here and they have all their amps in here, for example, and you know, they're all next to their amplifiers. I will use the one overhead mic technique, and then to accommodate or to supplement for the left and right overheads, which we're going to deactivate right now. Thank you for the Shabovi. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. So we're going to have that microphone mono single overhead, and this is the... I'm doing this so that I can capture those toms. I can use... Doing good. Thanks for coming in. We're actually going to be tracking drums in the studio today. So I write music as well. So I release a song once a month. There's my Spotify link if you want to listen to what I do. I'm not particularly a good drummer or pianist, but I know how to write music. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is face these microphones. They're cross pattern, right? And that, let's see. Get it just a bit in there. So we have this one. Let's see. The drums are right here, right? I want the cross. I want that pattern where it crosses to be facing my drums. So this should be facing here, and this should be facing here. Okay, let's just turn it just a little bit. So this is facing here, and then this is facing... This doesn't seem right either. Let me see. So this is the point where I want the microphones to intersect. A labor of love, y'all. It's a labor of love. And yeah, I love this shit. Okay, so boom. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. The drums are right here. Oh yeah, we're good. Maybe move the microphone more towards the center of the room. Here, let's look. High five from a drummer as well. Dude, you're probably a way better drummer than I am. That's probably... I'm just a recording artist and a songwriter, but technically I'm not a drummer. Like, I am so terrible at drums. You'll see. and we'll make it work. We'll make it work, you know, but I'm gonna get better over the course of the next 5 years or so. I mean, I do have a timeline at being exceptionally good at drums. Since I stream the drums all the time now, there's going to be a point where it just snaps, you know, where it just clicks in my head, like how to do the hi-hat. Yeah, I agree. I think everybody has amazing skills. Like there's other artists that are just classically trained in theory and notes, and that's none of me. But I'm a songwriter. I write from emotions, I write from feelings. So hopefully that will compensate for my lack of other skills, you know. So I think we got this set up. We're doing a different, I'm just letting you know, we're doing a different mic technique today for the drums. Because this is a tom heavy song, I think we've decided that the toms are the focal point of this song. I'm going to drive up the preamp, the input gain on the ribbon microphone a little. I would normally, like, I would use these microphones. If you guys know, these are the Sennheiser. I have 3 of these. These Sennheisers 421s. These are generally what people will put on the toms. And if we have to do that, we'll do that. But I wanted to go with less is more. But if we have to, we will. But I think we're going to be able to accomplish it without the 421s. With that ribbon microphone over the head, we shall accomplish. We shall overcome. Let's see how this sounds. Let's go over to the drums and make some music. Let's make some music. Let's make some noise. All right. Songwriting. I've always been a songwriter. So it's really hard for me to say how hard it is. It's just something that naturally I have been doing all my life, you know. It's just a natural thing. Let's see how let's rename the microphones too. They're still going out the same. This is overhead left now, 414. And it's the same goes for overhead right, 414. And everything else. And this is going to be, this is going to be room now. Excuse me, room. And this is going to be overhead. Mono overhead. I mean, you could get a really fat drum sound with just one microphone over the head. So, you know, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Let's see. This might be a thing, but I am gonna. I already deactivated these microphones, so they're not on. So let's see. Oops. Okay. All right, let's see where this takes us. Hello, hello, hello. That sounds good. That sounds good. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. The crackle was recorded in a couple. We did several takes of this song, and we have that crackling issue at times. That
1, 2, 3, 4. Tonight we fly over your skies. From the second the sun goes down to the moment of the sunrise.
You're hearing it right now. You're hearing crackling going on right now. Right. Speaking voice, not the recorded. Huh. Crackle. Not now. Yeah, this is a completely different interface, the lav. I'm using two interfaces. One just in case. But that omnibus program, I hope is going to fix it. Yeah. But what about
2, 3, 4.
You're going to hear it when the playback. So I'm not hearing it, but you're hearing it, even with even when I played it back, you're hearing crackling.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's interesting. Usually, I'll hear it. I'll hear the crackling also in the recording. It's like a sweep. Yeah. So what's happening is I'm running OBS at 2048. And then I've got the loopback software here. You still hear it. This is so fucked up. Ugh. Just shut it down. We're shutting it down.
Bruh.
All right. This is why I'm going to install this program. So right now we're using the loopback software, and I think I'm gonna eventually migrate over to the omnibus software, because unlike loopback, I can adjust the sample rate in the loopback software, which may solve this issue that I'm having, because it generally happens just with loopback and OBS. Like if I'm doing this without OBS, everything's fine. But like every 30 minutes or so, we'll restart everything real quick. And yeah, this is such a bummer, especially when it's tracking days. Yeah, it's something that happens. Maybe it's Studio One, maybe it's loopback. Oh, let's play back. I don't think it was recorded in, so let's.
Tonight we fly over your sky.
Yeah. It was way too loud. Sound like the sample rate mismatch between things. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a mismatch between the DAW running at 64 buffer size, OBS running at 2048. But yeah, it doesn't sound like I recorded the actual, even though this microphone, you can tell it looks heavily like there's some compression going on because it's so loud. I'm using, by the way, the converters I'm using are these over here, Burl converters. So this is my interface right here. Burl interface. I can slam this thing as hard, really hard, and that's what we basically did over here with the overheads here. The sample rate, well, I'm also at 96K. So that's what I record at where are we? My bad. 96, yeah, there it is. 96K sample rate. So that in OBS, I don't think I think I can play back it. Let's try that. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see if it can allow me to do it in real time. Output, audio, 48. Oh yeah, I can't do it while I'm streaming. That could be it too, because it's streaming in OBS at 48K. So that could be it. That's a good point. I might want to check that. And a lot of people, when they stream, they don't even record at 96K, but I record at 96K. It's better. But let's listen to the overheads alone. And I think that ringing, sorry, I'm not a specialist or anything, but I think there was a 1 track 2 high gain. Yeah. We're trying to get the overheads. It does, like the gain on my overheads is a little high. Actually, it's not that bad. So I'm going to keep it. I think it was just a little bit on the levels, but the room microphones, I can actually probably pump those up a little bit louder, turn down their input gain. So we'll adjust the room microphones here, as you can see what I'm doing over on the gear end of things. I turn the input gain on the room microphones down. I got the gain on my kick and my snare pretty high. My room microphone, or the overhead microphone, I have that at just a moderate level gain, but I turned down the output gain a little bit. But I actually want to beef up the gain on the ribbon microphone just a slight bit. But yeah, I want to record things as loud as I can. Oh, yeah, that's what I just checked, and you can't choose 96 in OBS. Interesting. The crackles, yeah, the crackle, and there might have been some kind of something loose going on, maybe on the drum head itself. Like, let me go test out the drum head. But yeah, we're just basically today getting sounds, getting tones. It's recording, right? It's a process. Sometimes you, like, if I play this drum right now, let me see if I can hear it. Oh yeah, you hear that little, so there's something going on here. There it is. There it is. You know what it was? It was this ring here. And then I put a moon gel on here. Let's see here. You can hear the moon gel. Let's hear it without it. Woo! Something's something. Sounds like there's a loose nut. Sounds like it's like right around here. Yeah, there, I feel it. That's probably the crackling you might have been hearing too, is the, let's see. There it is, it's gone. This one's got it too. It's like I loosened the bolts just a little too much. Ooh, that floor tom sounds nice. All right, let's put these back on, because I don't like the toms without like a little bit of muting on them. Let's see. Also, though, these, there we go. That's better. Oh, it's all good. It sounds good. Oh, dude, I'm not going to take offense for, you're not backseating at all, so don't worry. I'm totally open to suggestions. It's that's, you know, those of you guys who record music, you guys know what you're talking about. It's it's always good to get advice from others. I'm always open to advice. I'm very open-minded. Yeah. So I think we got it. I think we've got it. But I'm really, really still struggling. You know what I was thinking about doing? Like on the chorus of this song? Thanks, Solid. On the chorus of this song, I'm thinking like electronic drums, like a sample just for the chorus. Yeah. Oh no. We're just getting tones, kind of tightening things up, getting the drum groove right. Cause I might like usually in Saturday mornings when I have like hours, if I don't have anything planned, I'll make those the drum. They used to be the drum days where we just do like 100 takes of drums until I got it right. Seriously, I'm not joking. We like the song I wrote, Polypeople, that was literally 100 takes. And then the other song, On the Road, which was a slower song to play, and I argue the slower songs are actually harder for me because I had shin splints. I had the biggest my shins were hurting just because I was like, it was like this kind of, and just doing that over and over. And I couldn't do it without my Uggs either. That's why I wear Uggs when I play drums, because the Uggs tend to make my drum sound better. Like, or it just feels better on my feet. But I know a lot of drummers, especially those of you in chat who are drummers, prefer to drum barefoot. I've got to get there. I still got to get there. I'm still not comfortable drumming barefoot yet. But I watched some master classes on drumming, and even the instructor was barefoot. She was barefoot. So I should probably learn to do it barefoot because you get more biofeedback. But these Uggs, I don't know what it is about the Uggs. They just give me like the right amount of feedback that I need, you know? But let's see. You know, we're tracking right now, so it could go in the recording. That's why I press record anyway, just in case I get something right. Much of the time, I really like to play everything from start to finish, but there we go. This tom is really nice. It's got the nice like decay. I like the decay on that. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your mom. Have you ever pinched a toe in a piano or drum pedal? Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's like I step on Legos all day. I think my feet have because I have children who play with Legos, and they sometimes don't put them away. You know, we're still teaching them how to do that. I noticed that only recently here on Twitch, never played barefoot. Apparently, I'm old school. Yeah, okay. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. I like my Uggs. I've walked 10 miles in these things, and they still held up. I love my Uggs. I even, like, at one point, it was like Darth Vader's helmet. It was like, Luke, help me take these Uggs off. And then my other foot was like, but you'll die. Nothing can stop that now. I would just for once like to look upon you with my own 2 feet. One, two, three, 4.
Tonight we moment of the sunrise. Light absorbed by pain, inflicted by scrolling. When I wake, oops, I did it again. Social media has rendered us as slaves, not difficult to comprehend. I said tonight we fly over your skies, brothers and sisters. I'd like to give you a piece of my mind. See, I've been around this great big world, and I can say most people are kind. When I see
See what I'm saying? How terrible I am at these drums. I just need a lot of practice for this song and getting into a groove, but we're getting into something. But let me see. Compared to the rest of the song, it might have been louder. Let's see. No, it actually sounds pretty good.
over your skies, from the second the sun goes down,
Back
from
to
the moment
cookie.
of the sunrise. Light absorbed by pain, inflicted by scrolling. When I wake, oops, I did it again.
Man. Yeah, I need help. This is going to take me a minute. I'm going to have to do some off-stream practicing of this song. 'Cause I don't think I got it yet, but I do think that in the drums are getting there, like in terms of dialing in the sound. I think I need more gain on the overhead. I think I really want to slam this overhead just like slam it. I really do. I feel like slamming the overhead. Let's see. It's slamming in Studio One, but it's not quite slamming on my preamps yet. The preamps, I really want to push those transformers. They're Burl preamps, so if you guys know the company, you know that the best converters ever made right here. The only other person on Twitch that I know is Deadmau5 that has Burl converters. That's the only other person. And Deadmau5 has my dream console as well. He has that Neve 5088, which, God, at first I thought, I noticed that only record recently here on Twitch never played. Oh, so I'm back on that. Sorry. Yeah, like I just feel like these drums need to be a little. Look what I'm doing. I'm trying to do everything first. Get my tones, get my levels right. But as you can see here, the entire mix, nothing has been changed in terms of everything's at 0. And this is kind of something I like to do. I mean, a lot of mixing artists do this as well, even recording artists. I'm recording/mixing artist, right? Is we'll try to get it as close to the mix as possible without touching the faders in the DAW, and just keeping them at 0 and really just driving the channel strips via the preamps here, and really just getting the most out of my preamps. That's what I'm trying to do right now. And so it's probably going to compress a little bit because the DAW, it's going to obviously pass digital 0, which you can't. It's impossible, right? But once it reaches that point, that's where it starts to saturate. Let's hear this real quick. I think I can push this even. I think I can even push this harder. I really want to push this hard. Let's see. Well, I don't want to push it too hard, but I do want to push. Yeah, I do want to push it hard. Let's push it hard. Let's push it hard. Let's go. I want to push it to the point where it's melting down. It's clipping in Studio One. I can tell that it's clipping in Studio One, but that doesn't bother me. If it's not clipping in my ears or on my analog summing mixer, the B32 Vancouver, if it's not clipping there, then I'm good to go. Studio One is merely a guide to me in the digital realm. But if we have this issue with the latency again, I think I'm going to just poop my pants. I swear. I might just poop like in stream. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Really capturing the lows. Oh, that's giving that nice beefy low end too on that. It's really kicking the kick. Yeah, dude, that's hell yeah. All right, let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give that a listen. I could see looking at the waveform just from looking at my screen that this is the. It was like slightly clipping, but let's hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little loud. We're right there. We're right there. Very fucking close though. We are so close now. Very close. That was very close. See, this is why I need a goddamn robot. So it could go over here and churn the dials. I don't like the whole automation dials. You know what I mean? I like these analog, clunky, old analog. Dude, that was, I think, just slightly less gain. I think we're good. Pump up the levels a bit. I think that's it, though. That's it right there. You got dogs. I've got dogs. I got 3. One of them's in the other room right now. I've had the other one since 2009. That's a long time, right? And so he's about 16 years old. I know they are my studio assistants. They are. They're my studio assistants. Welcome, my studio assistants, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gems. We have the cutest little... This one, I don't know why he's in here right now, because he hates when I record drums. Emmett, the white, fuzzy Civil War era dog. That's why I named him Emmett, because he's like that movie Cold Mountain. The guy who dies. I don't know if I just spoiled it for you, but at the end, he dies. And his name's Emmett. And he just looks like a Civil War era dog. Yes, I cannot teach my old dog new tricks. He's done learning old tricks, or tricks for that matter. But he's in here. Here, I'll pick him up. I'll grab him. Come here, baby. Come here, my boo-boo. You guys need to go potty anyway. So this is the oldie. He's been around since 2009. And his heart is beating like crazy, and he's... You guys want to go potty? You want to go potty? Hi. Is this your brother? It's your big brother, huh? And, oh yeah, I see him? He's doing this sound. He's doing this sound. He's like, doggos. Okay, guys, you need to go potty? Let's go potty. Let's go. Come on. Go, 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 go. Go, go, red team, go, red team, go. Hell divers. I want to buy a PS5 just for that game, by the way. So I'm streaming Mass Effect every once in a while. Mass Effect 3, fucking great game. Really good game. My favorite game. That's the only game I'll be streaming unless I get the PS5 and then I go Legendary Edition. Which I've heard from a lot of Mass Effect. I mean, that's why it's on sale for only $12. I think you can buy it for real cheap now, the Legendary Edition. Because I think a lot of people didn't like it. Because they took out the booty shots and then there was no more multiplayer action. Which with the version I have on the PS3, you can do multiplayer. And I don't know how many people are actually into that with Mass Effect, but you know, like it to me is one of the greatest games ever made. Like personally. Because I was playing that game when I had, you know, very hard time in my life basically. When I was playing that game. It was one of the most difficult periods of my life. And that was kind of when the third version came out. Maybe not. It was about 2012. 2012 was the year. They say it was like the year that the world would end and shit. No, it was just the year we discovered the Higgs boson. So it was like the most important year in modern history, if you think about it. We discovered the Higgs boson. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're getting it. Ah, motherfucks. Today's a relentless day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relentless today. This can't be happening. This is happening too often today. Way too often. For my comfort zone. And for yours too, chat. I'm really sorry. Like eyes. Sorry, I got my microphone. There we go. I got my microphone too low. It's like this issue that happens with like eyes and me. We both experience the same issue. We both record while we're playing back at the same time. So him and I have both experienced this issue with the latency or the you know, the song sounding weird. We both experience this. So it's not only me. I'm not the only one on Twitch who's experienced this. It's generally something that happens when you're recording. Now, like if I was recording my session, like if I was doing like a live session where I was doing synth stuff and I'm recording my stuff live, I don't need to worry about it because I can have my buffer size set at the highest at the playback level. But when I'm recording and I have drums in ears, you want it at 64, that buffer size, so you get no latency. And I think that may be the issue, but then Solid brought up something. What if it's the mismatched sample rates, which in my mind, I don't think that would be so much of a problem, but in theory, it may be. And so the Omnibus does have that feature where I can maybe change the sample rate in Omnibus to 48 so that it's matching with OBS by the time, so it's not OBS doing the work. It's essentially the Omnibus re-gauging the sample rate to 48, and then that passes on that 48 sample rate passes to Studio or to OBS. That might be the issue too. I'm going to toy around with it, but I know that Omnibus gives me a little bit more flexibility. Yeah, it's only what we were hearing. It's interesting because I'm recording at 96K, which I don't think there would be any like issues with downsampling from 96K to 48. but the fact that there's no intermediary like between OBS and Studio One. The only intermediary software was Loopback, but Loopback just passes things through, whereas Omnibus, I can actually adjust the sample rate of whatever's going into it, and maybe that might be the magic bullet. I hope, because this problem is really it's got to be fixed. And if anybody in chat has any ideas or seen anything about that, let me know. And if I don't see it in chat, let me know in the production knowledge on my Discord. But this is driving me nuts. And you know what I need to do? I need to buy a quesadilla. I need to buy a goddamn quesadilla. You know what I'm saying? Enough of this towel, like this fabric. I mean, the fabric sounds cool though, but a quesadilla, I don't know. I think I might need to get me some quesadillas. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. take. Let's keep this, though. We got some good moments. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like the chorus. I think the chorus should be like an electronic beat, like an 808 kick, kind of like a oh wait, maybe that. Maybe that.
Difficult to comprehend.
The drums sound cool. I mean, now that I play it back, it doesn't sound bad.
Difficult to comprehend. Tonight.
That was kind of fun. I'm sweating. Maybe because I'm wearing a fucking poncho.
Difficult to comprehend.
Let's hear this.
I said
like that. I like that.
When I see the world in pain, afflicted by crime and corruption, I feel like bleeding out. All I wanna
I like
do
this.
is spread my wings
I don't like the I don't.
don't.
The one thing I don't like about I like it. I like it. I think I'm gonna go a different route. I think I like that. I think I like that beat, but I don't like the mic setup. I actually don't like the mic setup. I actually don't. I'm done with this. Pet's heads are falling off. I can't take it anymore. God. Gotta get this right. That sounded nice, right? I'm not going to do this mic setup. I think I'm not comfortable with it. It sounds good on the snare, on the toms, but once I start hitting that snare, it sounds too much. Too much. It sounds like it's too much. Let's let these dogs back in. It's too much. Come on, boys. You believe in love? Because I got something to say about it. Yo, Joe. Whatever. Chump don't want to help. Chump don't want to help. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I want to I want to kind of listen to the tracks individually, but I really think I'm making this decision where now I think I need to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. This is the life, guys. This is what we do when we record in a studio. And if I was really good at drums, this would be so much easier. But what is easy? No, absolutely not. Sounds like ass. It sounds like ass. But it does sound good over here once I'm over here. Now, let me hear these overheads. They're not tickling my fancy at all. They're not tickling my fancy. I'm not impressed with my drums. Okay, that's that Blum line. See how one. Let's see. Nope, absolutely not. Yes, I've panned them. They're panned, as you can see. Yeah, I'm not exactly fancying them right now. I'm not fancying these microphones on the drums right now. We're going back to the drawing board here. I think I like my original mic setup, like my original Glenn Johns mic method. You know what I'm saying? Let's turn off the phantom power real quick before we unplug these. I just made a mistake by doing that already. But yeah, turn off. I think I'm going to turn off this mic technique. I wanted to try it. I wanted to see if it was worth it, and it just does not work for me. The drums just don't, you know what I mean? Yeah. The drums just, plus, it gives it more. I thought it was going to give it a better stereo effect, but I actually like my original drum sound. It's I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's like the the way you see them right now, it's like one is straight over the drums, the snare drum, and then the other one is focused like at the snare drum as well, but it's at a 45-degree angle roughly above the ride. And they're about 3 feet 11 inches from the snare drum. And then I usually will have this ribbon microphone. I'll usually have the ribbon, like, the ribbon will generally be about 5 feet from the drums. And then that's my low end. Like, I don't get the low end from the kick drum microphone, the D112. I really get the low end from the ribbon microphone. The D112 really gets the battering head, the beater, I'm sorry. It gets the beater to where I can get the, like, kind of accentuate the punchiness of the drums through that. Because, like I said, I'm using these Tama Star Classics. They're Birchwood. Boost to 3K, ouch! 3K is my least favorite frequency of all time. That is like the up-tempo frequency. You know what I will do though? I probably generally boost around 2K on my drums, on the cymbals. I'll do a little 2K. Same with the kick. I'll do a little 1K boost on the kick drum as well, and a little 60K or 60 hertz boost on the low end, just the way my drums are tuned. But 3K is, surprisingly, I know that you brought that up, is like my least, it's kind of the worst frequency of all time for me. I just hate that frequency. It's so, like, maybe, you know, when we do feedback on Fridays or during the week, some people come in with up-tempo, and it's really rad. It's gnarly stuff. I love it. And they can get away with pushing the 3K on those songs, but sometimes they push it so hard that it makes me want to just it makes my brain hurt. It makes my brain hurt. What's going on with this? There we go. Over, under, over, under. Yeah. So the 3K, is it what is that what it is? No, 3K is like, it's like a very, like, I can put on a tone generator and I can show you. Let me show you what it sounds like. Like, well, you probably know, but like here, let me just boost 3K just on a general sound of the cymbals, right? Let's just do a little 3K. We'll do it on the drum bus here. All right, and I'll put a EQ, the normal EQ, and we'll do a 3K. Excuse me. I said. Why do you keep doing that? I'm putting. Mother of God. Okay. So I'll boost a little 3K. I'll show you what it sounds like. Yee! That's it. It's like that. It's a little piercy sound. You know any chance are the drum shells birch? Yes. Oh yes. Birch. This is the only Tama Star Classic Birchwood Star Classics. They're amazing. I've used them on every song. If you guys want to hear the songs I've written already, there you go. Yeah, I love these drums for their Birchwood characteristic. I think recording in general, like the maple drums are really, really loud and kind of boomy, essentially. The Birchwood drums, especially these Tama Star Classics, are extremely rare now. Like they used to be on Craigslist. Actually, my friend bought these on Craigslist and then sold them to me after, because he has another set. He sold this whole set to me for $250. Can you believe it? So let's drop that back down to 2. Let's get these. That's where they were. Let's leave the overheads where they were. Maybe just a slight bit. And let's the kick sounds good there where it is. Okay, so yeah, you know what? Like that one, like the movie Clockwork Orange. Yes, I have a well, but it has like cons or whatever you call it. Yeah, I think it has a lot of resonance. Like the cons are it's resonance, you know. But they're really perfect for recording. And the next drums I get actually are from a company called Sugar Percussion. They used to be out of Santa Cruz. Now they are he's out of Bend, Oregon, and I'm gonna buy a 24-inch kick by 11-inch depth because these are like 24-inch depth or something like that. It's super deep. And that's why I have the microphone halfway inside there, so I'm not capturing the distance from the beater to the end of to the reso head, because it just sounds weird. And if I take off the reso head, which is something I've actually been kind of wanting to try, just completely removing the reso head completely. But it also plays a little bit of a role in the low end too. So I'll generally just swing this microphone all the way around. Yee-hoo! Look at him go. Her, the she. I always name my microphones like a like ships name. Like ships are all named after. I should name this like a prominent woman figure in the world, like the Joan of Arc of microphones. But yeah, I like the birchwood for their resonance. You know, they're soft, essentially. Thank you for the subscribe at 6 months, Border Beats. Welcome in, dog. Welcome in.
God, amazing. Ooh, that's been so good.
Yeah. Border Beats, welcome back. Thank you for that. That was an unexpected and hate. Oh, at the same time, yeah. It's a very, like when I'm using this Burl gear, it really handles it well. Especially like the different microphones. Like I really try to go minimal on the microphone setup for the drums. That's why I was like, I don't want to break out the 421s right now because not because I'm lazy, but because it's just like I love working with less when it comes to drums. You know, I really do. Like I really try to less is more type of mindset. But I feel like, yeah, let's activate these overheads. We have overhead left and overhead right. And you know, I used to do drums several different ways. Like sometimes, like there's a song called South to North where I recorded, like all the drums I recorded were done from my perspective. So I panned them accordingly. There's two ways you can pan drums. You can pan it either the way the drummer's sitting and like your ride's on the, you know, if you have the ride on your right hand, right side, then you pan it right. If you have the hi-hats on your left side, you pan it left. But as a listener, some in the audience looking at the drums, it's the exact opposite. So you have your ride on the left and you have the hi-hat or crash on the right. And I've experimented with both. For more hip-hoppy sounds, you know, I would switch it up. But I've kind of defaulted to now how the audience hears the drums. And so that's how I make my panning decisions with drums now. But let's put the 48 volts. Now these, you're going to hear, just going to be so much crystal clear now once you hear this. Border Beats, y'all, if you don't know Border Beats, he is a streamer as well. So let's give him a good old shout out. Shout out to Border Beats and Solid also. We got Solid in here too. So let's give a shout out to Solid. There he is right there. Got a shout out for Border Beats too. Solid is a part of the Golden Trim Guild. Sad I didn't give him a shout out earlier. And then we got Border Beats here.
Morning.
There's Border Beats, another music producer working in his studio, his lab. That was a quick clip. Border. You're on a video hiatus right now? That's all good. You know what's funny is when I go on streaming hiatuses, I feel very uncomfortable. It's like I feel like I belong in here, and I can't wait to get back. Like when I was in Hawaii, even though I had so much fun there, I was like, I cannot wait to get back home and stream. I'm not joking. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so let's try this. This is my original method, and since I feel like I like the drum and bass style beats on this. These are kind of my default, my default style of playing. So if I were to start playing drums, I'd be a drum and bass drummer because that's, one of my favorite genres of music when I grew up. That and rock and roll, obviously, jazz music especially. But I'm very much influenced by the art of drum and bass, and it just, for me, okay, so now we got to change this. We're going to go back to room microphone. And overheads, we're going to change these to overheads. Back to the drawing board. Stomach. I probably should start eating before I stream, but I'm afraid. I really am. I don't like to eat before I stream, but I'm feeling it. All right, there we go. Okay. Here we go. We're going back in here. And you know what? I'm going to let all these calories burn inside me. I'm hungry. I'm sweating. Pets' heads are falling. I'm going to get a hard-boiled fucking egg. Pro. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go pee real quick. We got some grapes here. I'm just going to go pee real quick. I'll be right back. Oh my God. My voice mod is not working. Hold on. Everything's not working. Okay, we're back here. Hold up. Everything today. It's a happy Monday, though. I'll tell you that right now. It's a good Monday. Okay, now it's connecting. Okay. Okay. Wow,
that feels much better. I can hear myself now. Oh yeah. Let's do a little shout out.
Hello? Did not play this? Motherfucker. All right, I'll be right back. Just technical difficulties today. All of these going on. I'm laying in bed typing with a mouse on a screen. The other side of the room, slow to react. Oh, don't worry. I couldn't play D&B, no chance. It's kind of my go-to style. A BRB, just going to go pee. I'm back. I'm right now. Got a little bit of food, just a little food in me. Nothing too much, nothing too crazy. You know, just a little food. Rest in peace. It's not easy. Want some grapes? You guys ever seen that one video, Yata? It's so easy. Happy go lucky. And we did it with you. Us, us, us. Yata, yata. Do, 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 yata. I've seen it, I'm on. All right. We got that microphone set up, the ribbon. And yeah, we didn't do any EQing yet on the, on the, kind of weird that you're getting a little bit of that. I should just move this over now. There you go. Not in the shot anymore. And there we go. Right at the kick. Let's see where we go with this. I think I like this setup with my mics better. I will put some 421s on the toms if need be, but I just... It's so funny how I'm like, oh no, I don't want to put the 421s on there. So funny. All right, let's go. Make sure voice mod's off. Welcome. This is where AI can help, by the way. AI can be like, Stream Deck, blah, 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 you know? You love that video? The Yata video? Fun. Now let's see where these drums take us now. Yata, yata, da, 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 da. I think it's about like letting go of your troubles and focusing on the good things, you know? On the positives. It means like just no worries, happy-go-lucky. It was a cool video when it came out. Okay. All right. We're back in it. Do woosah, woosah, woosah. Okay. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Up and down, back and forth. In this stream, we're never confined to sitting down. We're always up off our ass. Ignore the bullshit, Yata. Ignore it. It's true. Ignore the bullshit. Laggy Haggy, you good? We good? We friends still? Laggy Haggy and I had a heated business phone conversation the other day. It was fun though. It was heated. Not like it was very passionate. We were very passionate about our what we want in life. You know? So it was a good productive phone call though. You know, but it was passionate. It was a very very passionate phone call. Remember, right? It was a nice one though. And you guys go follow Laggy Haggy. Shout out to Laggy Haggy. Let's see if I can do this from here. Let's see, what does it do? Is it? Shout out to Laggy Haggy. Another streamer who streams music production, but from a rehearsal sound, like with a full 5-piece band on Fridays. Are we going Friday next week? Is that this week? I mean, Friday this week or Wednesday? What are we doing? What are we doing? Friday or Wednesday?
I need it written down so that I know what to say.
Damn, that's a long clip, yo. That's a long one. Okay, we're friends now. Cool. Shit. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're recording over all this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Way better.
Tonight we fly over your skies. From the second the sun goes down to the moment of the sunrise. Light absorbed by pain, afflicted by
1, 2, 3, 4. Way better. All right, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. So the snare is just a bit on the snare. I need this robotic arm. I need the robotic arm. That would be, this is going to be a future thing in my studio. I will have a robotic. I'm going to figure out a way to build a robot. I'm not joking, by the way. This isn't like some kind of bipolar, grandiose, like Ted Turner type of dream here. No. This is, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? The snare's a little... Maybe it might be the overheads. Let's just dial them back to 7. But already it sounded better to me. It sounded a little bit better to me. Let's maybe just dial back on the snare, but on the gain of the snare, but release the output of the snare. Let's see where this takes us. Should take us into no man's land. Okay. So, let's just mouth these. Oh. Okay. Get Bill Gates in here. Tell him to stop buying up all this land. Him, Bezos, and that other guy. Buying up all the land. There we go. It's cracking nice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
sunrise. The light absorbed by pain, inflicted by scrolling when I wake. Oops, I did it again. Social media has rendered us a slave, not difficult to comprehend. Tonight, I said tonight, we fly over your sky, brothers and sisters. I'd like to give you a piece of my mind. See, I've been around this great big world, and I can say most people are kind. When I see the world in pain, afflicted by crime and corruption, I feel like bleeding out. All I wanna do is spread my wings of love, fly over your dark cloud. Let's do another take. Let's keep this though. We got some good moments.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Second the sun comes out to the moment of the sunrise. The light absorbed by pain, inflicted by scrolling when I wake. Oops, I did it again. Social media has rendered us as slaves, not difficult to comprehend. Tonight we fly. I said tonight we fly over your sky, brothers and sisters. I'd like to give you a piece of my mind. See, I've been around this great big world, and I can say Most people are kind. When I see the world in pain, inflicted by crime and corruption, I feel like bleeding out. All I wanna do is spread my wings up low, fly over your dark cloud. I said tonight we fly high. I said tonight we fly high over your sky, 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 over your sky. Oh, over your skies, 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 over your skies. Nice take, dude.
That sounded like
Seriously,
ass
I'm
from a
proud of
drummer's perspective, right, chat?
You're a nice dude.
Total ass.
Tonight we fly over your skies. From the second the sun goes down to the moment of the sunrise. Oh yeah. The light is up our pain, inflicted by scrolling while I'm awake. Oops, I did it again. Social media has rendered us as slaves. Not difficult to comprehend. Tonight we fly. Oh yeah. I said tonight we fly high over your street, brothers and sisters. I'd like to give you piece of my mind. See, I've been around this great big world, and I can say most people are kind. When I see the world in pain, inflicted by crime and corruption, I feel like bleeding now. All I want to do is spread my wings up low and fly over your dark cloud. Tonight, oh, I said tonight we fly high over your skies, 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 over your ski
need some practice on this one. I don't even know where I'm going
I
yet.
mean, that sounded good, but
You sounded good.
let's try this again. Tonight we fly over your sky. From the second the sun goes down to the moment of the sunrise. Oh yeah. The light is up our pain, reflected by scrolling when I wake. Oops, I did it again. Social media has rendered us as slaves, and no comprehend. Tonight, I said tonight, we fly over your skies, brothers and sisters. I'd like to give you a piece of my mind. See, I've been around this great big world, and I can say most people are kind. When I see the world in pain, afflicted by crime and corruption, I feel like bleeding now. All I want to do is spread my wings of love and fly over your dark cloud. One, two, three, four. Tonight we fly over your skies. From the second the sun goes down to the moment of the sunrise. Light up so far, pain inflicted by cooling when I wake. Oops, I did it again. Social media has rendered us as slaves, not difficult to comprehend. tonight we fly. I said tonight, whoa, we fly over your sky, brothers and sisters. Oh, wanna let give you peace of my mind. See, I've been around this great big world, and I can say most people are kind. When I see the world in pain, inflicted by crime and corruption, I feel like leaving now. All I wanna do is spread my wings up alone. Said tonight, oh, we fucking around, yo, we fucking around, oh, we fucking around.
See, there's some creepy stuff when you see the willow tree. But just remember, none of that shit is me, because I'm of the willow tree. I'm of the willow tree. Oh, I'm taking a toll. Just gonna do. All right. That's enough of that for now. Fuck. Brutal. But I think we got something. Like, we don't got anything yet. I'm not even gonna go with that. Even if we had something, I'm not going with that. No, hell no. I ain't going out with that shit. No way. Hell no. Nope. Not gonna do it. Nope. I'm not gonna do it.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me!
Nope. Not even. Yeah. No, it's not gonna be that kind of party, y'all. Not gonna be that kind of party. We're not gonna settle for not today. No, we're gonna practice this, okay? Not gonna be that kind of party. You know what I mean?
If this gonna be that kind of party, I'm gonna stick my dick in the mashed potato.
Seriously. All right. YOLO Han Solo. I do want to listen though. I do want to give this a little quick listen to Rooney. No other microphones on. Let's give it a little listen. See if I think I'm comfortable saying this is gonna have a drum and bass beat. I like the idea of the tom. You know, have you guys ever seen the movie Wild Things? Like the beginning opening credits. It's like that tom groove. I'm kind of thinking of that. You know, bam, bum 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys have seen Wild Things. Many of you are like only fucking 16. Well, you're supposed to be 18, first of all. Can't be in here if you're under 18. But I know some of you. Want to be, you want to be wise guys, eh? But no, those of you who are, like, some of you don't even realize that movie because it came out, like, I think in the 90s and shit. I was watching that movie all the time. That and Species. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait till I add guitars and all the other shit to this. This is, so far, it's just acoustic guitar, vocals, and bass. And I did 2 tracks of the acoustic, which was this really cool technique I used for Obviously, the acoustic guitar. No, let's move you out. Move it on out, move it on out to the east side, move it on out. Let's bring y'all down here where you belong. I hate when Studio One, you gotta let me just do this without any fucking work. Okay. And Icky Keys, what are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? There you go. Okay, so here's the way the guitars sound. What? Suck my dick. No. Why? Ah! Like this. Hack it. And then you, get over here. There. Get out from under my... Oh, my God. This is weird. Anyways, let's just solo these 2 tracks. I'm fucking losing it today. I'm really not 100% right now. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are guitars. The left side or right side, and then here's the left side. So they're both kind of doing same chords, but just a little bit different strumming patterns, not by design, but just the way I played it. And I thought it actually sounded pretty cool when instead of doing 2 microphones on my guitar, I decided to just record 2 separate mono takes. Especially when you're strumming, it's like, you get really good sounds when you do it that way. You know, when you're doing some singer-songwriter stuff and you're singing at the same time while playing, which is many of the songs that I've written, I've done it that way, like just singing and playing. It makes it harder to melodyne the vocals for sure, but it gives it some authenticity and some glue, and if you're a good singer, then you don't really need the melodyne that much. And you can always do little minor tweaks in melodyne, you know, because the signal to noise ratio of the vocals versus the guitar. And if you have like the ribbons positioned in such a way, I can literally have the microphones all by each other, 3-to-1 rule, right? So about 0.5 inches or 0.5 feet, half a foot, 6 inches from the guitar to the microphone, the Royer 121s. I have those tilted at like a 45-degree angle. One's at the 12th fret, and the other one's somewhere near the bridge. It can't be completely at the bridge because of the 3-to-1 rule. I kind of follow it, not all the time, but you know, you move it around and see what sounds good. But that's a good starting point. And so 3-to-1, so half, 1.5 times, so 3 times 0.5 or 3 times 6 inches is 1.5 feet, right? So, the microphones are 1.5 feet apart if they're 6 inches from their source, and so the other microphones down by the bridge, but more on the lower end of the body of the dreadnought, and then they're both tilted at a 45-degree angle, and so the null of the microphone, the point of the microphone where there's no sound being entering, you know, those are facing my vocals. And the microphones are facing the guitars. With ribbon microphones, especially when you're doing acoustic guitar, you want them right up on it because you're gonna have to. I mean, even me on my preamps alone, just with ribbon microphones on an acoustic like a guitar, you have to really crank the input gain on the ribbons. So you want them nice and close, at least 6 feet or 6 inches away. And then the third microphone, which is the vocal microphone, but it also can be kind of a mid point between the other two. That's going to be completely out of phase. Maybe actually, it might. They have to technically be 1.5 feet from each other, right? All three, like a triangle, little love triangle there, and but also the ribbon microphone is tilted up towards my vocals, so the null of the ribbon is facing the guitar of the big ribbon, the big Bertha over there. And so that actually, surprisingly, there's a very little bleed with that technique. Whenever I do that technique, I get very little bleed on the guitar. So it's kind of makes it easier to melodyne the vocals. But anyways, so this is how the guitar sounded together when you do 2 takes of the same guitar pattern. It sounds just a lot more authentic, and it starts to go out of phase when you really pan it, though, you know? So I have it, this is basically the max I can pan the guitar the way I have them. I tried going all the way out, started going out of phase. And I always, like, on my guitar bus, my bass bus, whatever, you see it right here? I have something called a phase meter here. It's really an essential tool while you're tracking to have on to monitor your guitar. Because as you can see here,
1, 2, 3, 4.
the guitars are not out of phase. They are about to go out of phase, but that's okay. They didn't cross the threshold. But if I were to really push these, like panning wise, watch what happens. See? They start to go out of phase. So 73, I'm comfortable with that because my drums are fully panned. My microphone. So there's some elements of the song that are going to be all the way off to the left and right. And then once we add in some keys, we'll pan those accordingly, you know, however they sound good.
1,
But
2,
it
3,
just gives it
4.
a nice vibe. And then the bass, I mean, we played so many takes of this last week on Wednesday, but I record, on my bass, I record 2 channels, always. It's always. One is a DI, and the other one's going through the pedal board and the amp head. Okay, and this is what you get. And both of them are essentially DI, like from the amp head, it's going DI into the preamps of the Burl preamps, and the B1Ds to be exact. They're really nice on electric guitar and bass. And so the DI signal's a little bit shorter, a little bit less, obviously loudness-wise. There's a lot more dynamics going on. Reason being is because here, you could see, there's compression going on because I have compressors on my pedal board. Same with guitar. I compress the guitar and then just by way of just slamming the input gain on the second channel to get some character out of the bass guitar. It's another form of what's called parallel compression. So this channel is compressed on the way in, this one's not, and it just gives a little bit, like the DI blended with the other signal really gets the low end of the bass to come out. So anytime you're going to record bass, do it if you can with 2 channels, you know, at the same time. And you're going to need a DI box for that, by the way. The Radial Pros are great, and you can split the signal into 2, and that's a really just good, efficient way of recording bass. And then if you don't like what you recorded here, you can always reamp this signal to get another, you know, process signal. But I liked what we did that day. And we really dialed in that sound using that Mesa Subway DI preamp.
1, 2, 3,
Hey, listen to this
4.
bass. Just sounds so crunchy. Probably gotten a little delay because my lav was on, sorry. Listen how so much girth in that. And it's dirty. It's got a little bit of dirt. On the DI channel, it's not so dirty. See? Not so dirty. But on the DI, on the other signal, right? Then we blend the 2. And Checking phase. You look at the phase between them, they're good to go. Right? Even if I do click the phase, really not having any effect. And I don't know if that has anything to do with just it being the same signal being split in two, you know? Or it was just the way I blended the signals together. But let's listen to these drums. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tonight we fly over your skies. From the second the sun goes
Got 'em.
down,
I need to work on these drums for sure. Just my playing. I think sound-wise, I think we got something.
Tonight we fly.
And now I could do a little, some slight EQing. I really don't like to do a whole lot of EQing. And also, I don't like to use any of my emulation EQs, really. I do every once in a while, but like I use them on the mix buses because I really don't want to create a lot of artifacts, which at 96K, you're fine. If you're recording at 48 or 44 and you're slamming pug, it's heinous. Pretty nice off the bat, right? It sounds pretty good. We just need a little bit more oomph on the, from maybe something like usually what I do with EQing here at this point is I'll do a little not that. I'll do a little oomph. A little 60 bump oomph right there. And then I'll usually drop this around there. I'm not trying to get the cymbals so much with the room, so I create a little bit. I'm more interested for this channel. I mean, everybody has their reasons, but for my reason is I'm using that ribbon microphone to just beef up the low end of the drums because the kick drum microphone is not doing that. It can do that, but it's not going to do it as nicely and smoothly as the ribbon microphone. It just, the ribbon microphone brings in that low end really nice and gently. And then on the kick, I usually will do the same, but we'll do like what we do in EDM music is I'll do a little bump there at 60, kind of start there, like 1 to 2 decibels. And then over here, in our mid frequencies at around 1K, we will raise that just ever so slightly, couple dBs and stuff. And that's gonna just like what we do with EDM music, you know. These are, let me see if these kicks exactly tune to that frequency, the 60. Let's see here. Woo! That sounds nice. Be great to see that slightly larger on screen. Oh, like you're talking about these, the EQs. Can I do that with Studio One? I cannot. That would be great though. Studio One's usually cool like that. Oh, now, which is great. Okay. So that's what I did. This is my room microphone and my D112. Put them in order. The kick and the D112 in the room. They are off the top right. Oh, got it. What's up, Haynes? How you doing? Welcome in. How's your week? How's your weekend go before we move on to this? How has your weekend been? Did you get anything done? I'm great. I'm not drinking this week. At least that's the goal. I'm gonna try to not drink this week. You know, just gonna try to take it easy. I think I've been abusing alcohol. What's up, Kyanite? How's it going? Oh shit! It is 1300. Damn, it's already 1300. I got like 15 minutes left of stream left, or so. Weekend was real nice. Sorted out a lot of stuff on my record collection work today. Hassle, but nothing we can't handle. Oh, what kind of are you correcting? You're collecting. Are you collecting vinyls? Stuff like that? Do you ever stream that? Are you streaming or you're like not doing it, right? I think you were doing it for a little bit and then you took a break or something. Something like that. I don't know. Could be wrong. You have a huge record collection, mostly like rock or D&B or house EDM stuff, or like classic stuff too. Oh wow, 15,000 records. Yeah, that would be. There's a couple. Have you ever like? There's the Vinyl Junkies guy. Have you seen his setup on Twitch? Holy shit! I think he's actually streaming right now. But yeah, 15,000 is a fucking lot. That's like. That would probably fill up all these walls, right? What do you think? Or would it just be like one big wall's worth? All genres from 50s rock and roll through to modern dance. Modern, yeah, because I know you do EDM a lot. So when you DJ, do you use use a Technics 1200s? Fills up most of your house. That's actually good for acoustics, though. To be honest, like recording in that. You know who does that? Jack Joseph Puig. His Puig Child studio. He doesn't have any baffling up. He does have like sound baffling, I think, in the walls or whatever, but he doesn't have like panels up. He just has like bookshelves and stuff like that. He wants it to sound like how it sounds in, normal room environments. You know what I mean? You're trying to teach yourself how to use the. Do you have 1200s, the Technics? You can't mix on vinyl? It's yeah, you gotta slow down the tempo and the vinyl and match the tempos. Oh, LP 160s. Those are pretty good. Yeah, I want to get me some Technics 1200s one of these days, but the old ones, I mean, the newer ones are pretty badass, and you can like connect them via USB to a computer. But I have a Pioneer DDJ, which I use for mixing. Yeah, those are pretty badass. Those are pretty like the industry standard, right? That'd be like I see a lot of. So have you seen that Vinyl Junkies guy on Twitch? Have you seen his like 1210s are great, but not cheap these days. No. Yeah, the old school 1200s still aren't even fucking cheap. It's like, and then you got to buy those needles, and some of them are really quite expensive. Not seen him? He plays like everything, a lot of classic rock. He's actually live right now. Got about 100 people watching. But yeah, he just. I mean, we could fucking raid out to him if you guys want. And you guys want to hear some music from him. But we also have other musicians that are on. Actually, let's go to another production streamer. I like the production streamers. Yeah, Vinyl Junkies. It's that classic thing. What attracted me to vinyl was the inconvenience and the expense. Yeah, and it's so the Burl gear that I have is really yummy with vinyl. Like a lot of like Pete Lyman, who's a vinyl mastering engineer. He uses the B2 Bomber, which is another converter by Burl, but it's more for, I mean, I probably can eventually get one for the way in, and it has like metering bridges on it, but they need the D to A analog, digital to analog, so they typically will use the digital to analog Burl converters to send a stereo mix out at 96K, because that's for vinyl, that's at least 96K, right, for vinyl. But the whole art of it, like I had no idea, like especially if you want to put an album on a vinyl, there's certain ways to approach. There's only like really one way to approach it. Like you have to put the songs like according to their length, the positioning on the record, the higher frequencies. If you're like getting close to the center of the record and you're like playing, you don't want as many. I think I'm right about this, but you different like the high when the higher frequencies are playing on the record, on the smaller, as the record starts to get shorter, the circles basically get smaller and smaller. As it gets bigger, towards the edges, you can probably get away with more high frequency music on those areas of the record. But once you start getting closer to the center, they have to be songs not so much like, you know what I mean, with the high frequencies, because then it's like really, really hard to, I think there's like, it will like cause the motor to burn out or something like that when they're, I don't know, there's some science about it, but it's like pretty crazy. You got to have a magnifying glass. You got to have nitric oxide, I think, a tank next to you, which is crazy to, I guess, cool down the equipment. I don't know what it's really for, but just all these things that have to go into it. And it's kind of scary, actually. Kind of an unforgiving career. Like, you lose fidelity. That's why 12-inch singles came to be the preferred format for disco and stuff. Yeah, okay. And then they kind of stop, right? They don't go all the way to the center of the record. They kind of stop, right? That you can only fit so many songs on a 12-inch, right? Or just the singles, or just one song, right? One song per 12 inches. Yeah. Isn't that crazy though? Like the science behind it. It's actually like will cause literal meltdown if there's too many high frequencies close to one another. It's crazy. And you got it like a magnifying glass or like a computer with a microscope that's attached to the computer, so you can see the grooves of the record. It's just like waves, like you would see in a DAW. It's insane. It really is. It's like just kind of magic, It's sad that I don't collect vinyl, though. I really would. In my mind, I feel like I should, but it's just another thing my wife's gonna say. This now? What do you need this for? That's a great book on the creation of record music. I read a while back, and it's incredible the steps they went through. Oh yeah, send me a link in the Discord. I want to read it, or at least browse through it. Where are we on time? We are 13:08. Oh yeah, this is let's see what she's doing.
Velocity of that one.
She's making music. She's making music. Let's semi-spooky Libra millennial with an inattentive ADHD who loves boots, theater, fantasy, and has a passion for music. I like dad jokes, learning French, and ask me about fairy tale conspiracy theories. Whoa. Okay. I think I might know who we're going to rate out to. Yeah, it's an expensive thing. That also, and Eurorack. That's why I got the current sense you see there. Where are we? These. So these are Eurorack, basically. And when I was talking to my Sweetwater rep, he's like, I'm looking out for you. He said, Nick, I'm looking out for you. I don't want you to go that route I see a lot of people wasting their money on Eurorack. It can get quite expensive because everything's so cheap. Like the modules, you know, they're nothing. They're really, but once you the more you build up, the more expensive it gets, and then so I got these. These are like my Eurorack. Like I don't think I'll go any farther than that, but I want to. I really do. Yeah, honestly, because then also the cables, just to get the patch cables, that's expensive. You start getting more modular synths. You got to have more patching. Then the LFOs, they're like, I think like $30 each if you want to buy just unless I win the lottery or unless streaming really does pay off. I mean, who's to say I don't make as much money as Hassan or Mizkif, or you know what I mean? Why can't I get to that point? Why can't any of us? I feel you know, there's got to be a formula. Or maybe they're just better looking. I don't know. Yeah, they probably are. And they got something about them that they did it, right? They did it, and they didn't realize they were going to do it. I think I don't know Miskif's complete story, but I think Hassan, right? I think he was TYT Network before he streamed. I don't know if this is true. I don't know the whole backstory, but I don't believe I started seeing him on Twitch until after TYT or around the time he was on TYT, and that may have helped him, right? I don't know. I would like to talk to him about his process one of these days. Like I honestly hear him talking about how he wants to play basketball. He plays basketball. I want to ball it up with some of these guys for sure. You know what I mean? That would be fun. Yeah, stay away from modular synths until this really starts paying money. I said earlier in chat, I got paid 0.0003 cents per play on my Spotify. 0.00. You know what I'm saying? And even with Twitch, 50% of what we make here goes to Twitch. Which, I mean, it's just like we're doing a lot of work, like a full day's worth of work here. And so I'm also going to be multi-stream. I'm multi-streaming right now, but I'm going to add Kick to the other. I'm going to go on both. You know, while I'm going to stay true to Twitch, like basically, but try to gain audiences from Kick. I heard they're getting rid of TikTok. Even if it's a penny per listen, you need 1 million to make 10K. Yeah, I know. Did you read this? This like they did that bill in the House just recently, and they said they wanted to pay a penny per listen, and then, you know what's crazy about all that? Like the subscriber fees are going to go up. Not the companies are going to pay us more. They're going to keep paying their shareholders because you can't fuck your shareholders and when it comes to capitalism, or else the private equity comes and destroys your company, right? So why they're held hostage by some kind of private equity venture, where then we're held hostage by as consumers because the price goes up for us, so that way they can still make the same amount of money, but use the rest of the money that was funded off of our pay increase for these subscriptions to fund that 1 penny per listen. Isn't that insane? House always wins, for sure. It's like, but we gotta figure out a way to beat the House, you know? We gotta burn it fucking down. Burn down the House. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking independent streamers and, well, you know, just, I don't know. Because the funny thing is here's the funny, sad truth. If they pay me more money so where I can survive and build my own studio and have a grand piano and cool, you know, stuff like that, and maybe even a swimming pool, shit like that, then it's it's like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. Join the house. You know what I'm saying? You got to get mine, right? At the same time, I want social services. I want all these things. All right, you know what I mean? Like, let's raid out. Let's raid out. It was a productive, sort of productive stream today. Yeah. It's like you gotta join. You gotta be a part of the system in order to be like there's a lot of good artists out there that want to make money for their craft, and there's only really one way to do it. I mean, from the ground up. But then we're utilizing even Hassan, even all these other people that are like anti-capitalist, for that matter. They are benefiting off a capitalist system because there's no other way. There's no other way, you know? Decentralized currency that's kind of where crypto's taking us, for sure. I think eventually, Anyways, we're gonna raid out to another music streamer. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, or maybe even a surprise stream. There's the raid call if you need it. And I hope to see you guys on Wednesday. If not, if I do a surprise stream. Oh, yeah, that's right. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be back in the evenings. Okay, so I'll try to be back tomorrow by 6 or 7. Do maybe 3 hour stream, whatever, and just get the drums down, get something knocked out. And then, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Catch you soon, Heinous. Love y'all. Stay good, stay positive, and enjoy your rest of your week. And we're going to go raid Aubryn Music. Let's go.